Welcome back, folks. It's that special Christmas time of year. Instead of doing any gun or gear reviews, shooting videos, things like that, I thought I'd share with you my favorite Christmas story of all. That is, "Twas the Night Before Christmas, 1776 edition. All right, let's go ahead and... 'Twas the night on Christmas, when all through the land not a redcoat was stirring, not the Brits or Hessians. The Durham boats were launched in the river with care, in hopes that General Washington soon would be there. The Germans were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of bratwursts danced in their heads. With George in his tricorn and I in my cap, we're preparing to give the redcoats a dirt nap. When out in the river there arose a great splatter. It was so bloody cold, George's wooden teeth chattered. Away to the shoreline they rode like a flash, for there slept the Germans, whose throats they must slash. To the moon of the breast of the new-fallen snow gave lustre of midday to our muskets below. When what to our wondering eyes did appear, but British-bought mercenaries filled with Christmas cheer. With few posted guards, neither lively nor quick, I knew in a moment where my bayonet would stick. More rapid than eagles, our soldiers they came, and they whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now tyrants, now redcoats, now Tories and Hessians, on lobsterbacks, on royalists, and all the king's friends. To the tops of their tents, to the hard frozen ground, stab them and shoot them and burn them all down. As the waves of a wild hurricane splash when they meet with the shores and collide with the smash. So down through the camp the Americans they flew, with 2,400 soldiers and George Washington too. And then with the thunder of cannons and screams awoke the poor Germans from their Christmas dreams. As they drew in their beds and were turning around, through the camp George Washington came in a bound. He came dressed for war, from his hat to his boots. This wasn't St. Nicholas in his famous red suit. A bundle of guns they had slung on their backs. With violence of action, they pressed their attack. Their eyes, how they twinkled, their rifles, how merry. The flints of their muskets glowed red like a cherry. The dull Hessian cap a few minutes ago was now getting rolled up and tied with a bow. As George shouted orders past his wooden teeth, his soldiers encircled the camp like a wreath. The British position, once strong and steady, now shook under footsteps of Americans at the ready. George was steadfast and broad, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of an eye and a twist of his head soon gave the whole British army something to dread. The Americans started quiet and went straight to their work, and sent a great message to the tyrannical jerk. With soldiers upon them right under their nose, the German camp fell, and a new flag arose. British victory, once obvious as the bleat of a whistle, faded into the distance like the down of a thistle. As the British forces fell to American might, George exclaimed, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Except the British. Fuck those guys. Merry Christmas.